Man, what a game, what a game, what a game. Atlanta Dream, you got the fever. I mean, that was an emotional game once again. That was a tough fought win. I'm not gonna say that was an easy win or a good win or a pretty win. I'm gonna say it was a good win, but it was not a pretty win. I can say a lot about how we fought back, but at the same time, I can say a lot about how we shouldn't have had to fight back. I feel like we were in control of that game in the first. I just don't understand. We made so many simple mistakes to have this such a close game. One, the turnovers. The turnovers, we have to stop the team turnovers. 17 turnovers is not going to work. It's not. Points in the paint, I feel like we did amazing. Aaliyah Boston, huge game from her. I feel like there was a couple calls, a couple bailout calls that we had as well. And Chrissy Sides, once again, just these lineups and then the timely. She's got to do better with one, her timeouts. Two, she's got to do better with her rotations. And then three, we didn't play fast. We didn't play fast until late or what? Early in the fourth, late in the third. And when we played fast, we played our best basketball. I just thought, another thing I thought, okay, Tina Charles has 4 fouls. Why are we not going down low and trying to get her fouled out the game? Why? There's so many things to talk about. I mean, look, when we started coming back, I'm on live saying, get to the line. Make them foul us. Get to the line. That's what got us back in the game. We were playing fast. They couldn't keep up with us. They have to foul. They're going to start reaching in. They cannot keep up with us. Every time we're running, Temmie's out in transition. She's finishing on our layups. Kelsey Mitchell getting out in transition. Playing fast. I mean, look, there's a couple shots from Caitlin Clark. They're iffy. They're questionable, but guess what? I'm going to take it. She's being aggressive. I don't think we shot the ball that great today, personally. I think Aaliyah Boston carried the way with 30 big points. We finished decently. The stats look a lot better than the stats look a lot better than what they actually look like live. So the stats look way better than what I thought, actually. But when I'm looking at the game, this was not a pretty game. Damn, the stats look way better than what I thought. That's crazy. So look, back to the third and fourth quarter. There's just so many opportunities for us to open up the game. And then things are going our way, things are going away. And then boom, fourth quarter, they go on like a run, a 10-0 run. And I'm like, Chrissy Sides, are you not telling them to go down low, downhill to create contact so we can get to the line and get them out of the game, keep playing fast? What is it that you're telling them? And then, oh my gosh, I even had to put this on Twitter. Chrissy Sides put in Katie Lou early in the game. We're up by like 4, 5, 8 points. Katie Lou gives up 7 points within a minute and a half. Defensively, Katie Lou is not there yet right now. I don't know her timing. She's not able to close out. She can't really break down on defense. She's letting people blow by her. Letting people go baseline for reverse. I'm like, what the? Get her out of the game. Why is she in the game? I'd rather you put Wallace or somebody who can at least keep up defensively. That I just didn't understand that. She was getting cooked in 2 minutes. I don't think she saw the court after that. Katie Lou played 5 minutes. Erica Wheeler only played 2 minutes tonight. So another thing for Caitlin Clark, her emotions were a lot better today, but it was frustrating. Going into the second half, Caitlin Clark was frustrated. You never want to see your player stop showing so much emotion, being frustrated, walking into the locker room like that. Erica Wheeler trying to give you a high five, and you swiped her hand away, and you stormed off into the locker room. You got fans who paid to be in that tunnel trying to shake your hand, and you stormed off. That's one thing I don't want to see. Don't let the fans see your frustration. We shouldn't see that. I'm not telling you not to be frustrated. I understand your frustration. You're a competitor. Caitlin Clark is a competitor at the highest level. So I understand that, but you gotta control that emotions and save it for when we're not watching. Another thing, I didn't see much production from Alyssa Smith tonight. I thought she played decently, but she didn't get that many minutes. Temmie played huge tonight. Had a couple blocks, had a couple layups. She's finishing around the rim a lot better. She's getting out in transition. and I love what she's doing defensively. Great rebounder as well. She had a lot of big-time rebounds and a lot of big-time box outs. So I love that. So let's go over some stats. Lexi Hall, huge game. She went 4 for 6, 4 for 5 from three ball, 80% from the three for Lexi Hall. I mean, it's just like she's knocking down unconsciously now. She's running a transition. Forget the offense. Defense, Lexi Hall's defense and rebounding, bro, she's like a Marcus Smart with better offense. I wouldn't say better offense, but she's like a little Marcus Smart out there. She's going to rebound. She's going to play defense on your best of offensive player. Ryan Howard is not somebody easy to slow down, and she didn't really slow her down that much. She had a big 36 piece, but she was doing her thing, making every shot a hard contested shot. So I definitely love that from her. Nalissa Smith, she only went 3 for 5 from the field. What? That's not a bad percentage, though. 60% from the field. Like I said, the stats don't really show how the game went. I think this was a real dogfight type of game. It didn't look like Nalissa Smith went 3 for 5, but she did. Finished with 6 points. I just don't think she was being that aggressive, it looked like. So, Aaliyah Boston, 11 for 16, showing up big in the second half. I mean, big time in the second half. 100% from the free throw line. 8 for 8 from the free throw line. 13 rebounds, 5 assists, and a big career high, I believe, 30 points. That's a huge game from Aaliyah Boston. She went crazy in the fourth quarter and in overtime. Spin moves, looking real comfortable underneath the basket. Left and right hand. Had a nice bucket to the rim. Had a nice layup at the rim. Going into the overtime? I think she tied the game to go to overtime. Had a nice fake to Caitlin Clark. Took it to the rack with the left hand. Nice finish. She was going bucket for bucket. Then you had Kelsey Mitchell. Big timely plays coming down the court on fast breaks, showing mad confidence with a tween pull-up on a one-on-one multiple times. That you want to talk about confidence and trusting your shot. Kelsey Mitchell. Oof. 8 for 16. She didn't shoot the best from three-point range, but 2 for 7. Big time shots when they mattered. And then also had some big time rebounds. And then defensively, she did very well defensively, in my opinion. Shot 21 points. And then you had Caitlin Clark, 7 for 17, 41% from the field, 4 for 13 from three. Some of her threes were a little heat check, a little far out, just kind of feeling herself. Early in the shot clock, I would like to see maybe let's work on going downhill and let's focus on getting to the line and making sure we're working that down low, especially when you have a person like Tina Charles with 4 fouls playing 16 minutes without getting a foul. So that would have been my emphasis right there. Caitlin Clark, huge double-double with 12 assists on the night, 5 rebounds as well. Had 9 turnovers, but you got to slow that down. And playing, I don't know, something about when she's playing fast, I just feel like she's able to control her. So I don't know, it's weird. Caitlin Clark, some of her turnovers is just weird. 26 points, way to seal the game with those big 2 free throws. 100% again from the free throw line, 8 for 8. And she just made timely plays. I could go on and on about Caitlin Clark, her passing ability. And honestly, her defense wasn't bad. She played pretty decent defense. And she did the right thing. She did the scouting report. She went under the screen because she's guarding a very, very, very fast player in Jordan, Canada. So she could blow past you on that screen. She's not a deep 3-point shooter at all. As you can see, she went 0 for 4 from 3. She's not a threat from behind the arc. So Caitlin Clark playing amazing defense by going under the screen and shutting off that angle to get to the basket on an easy layup. I see those are things you got to pay attention to. Those are things you got to know. That's called game. That's called game, and that's called studying film. That's called being a true professional, knowing that. Temi, 4 for 7 from the field, 57%. You got to love that. Huge defensive stops, huge blocks, great rebounding, and great boxing out. Forget her rebounding. She has great box out instincts to allow her team to get rebounds. Now, the way she's running the floor, if she could be converting around the rim, giving us 8, 9, 10 points off the bench, whoo, huge. There's one play where Temi shouldn't have bit, and that's when Lexi Hall was playing great defense on Ryan Howard, and Ryan Howard had to go for a scoop layup. And I think this was either already in the fourth for Ryan Howard to get free throws. Yeah, I think it was in the fourth for Ryan Howard to get free throws to go up by 2. And Lexi Hall played great defense, and she threw up like just a Hail Mary contested shot, and then Tammy came over and tried to block it and committed a foul. Put her on the line, 2 free throws. We don't want that. Besides that, we didn't get much production from anybody else. Dantas only played 3 minutes. Erica Willard played 2 minutes, and then Katie Lou played 5 minutes. Besides that, we ran with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players pretty much tonight. Everybody else was just, on the bench doing their job as well. So, yeah, it was a scratchy game, but all in all, they got the win. They made the big-time shots they needed to, and they got to do better, though. To me, I think this is a tough Dream team, too. I'm not going to sit here and discredit the Dream. This is a tough team trying to fight for the playoffs. They're trying to knock the Chicago Sky out of the playoffs, and this is a big-time team right here. See, their record doesn't showcase how good of a team they are. When you're working with the Tina Charles, Alicia Gray, Ryan Howard, those 3 alone are issues. Then you got a fast, speedy player like Jordan Canada who can get by you at any moment. Those 4 right there combined for 17 points, 15 points, 17 points, and 36 points. This is not an easy team to beat. As you can see, they went overtime 100 to 104. So this was a playoff environment game. These are the games that they need to buckle down and win and come out victorious. They came back, which I don't think personally they should have been having to come back from that amount. I think the highest lead they had was 16. There's no way the Dream should be up 16 on the Fever. So there's things that they need to work on. Chrissy Sides has to work on her adjustments and how the gameplay is played. I don't think she understands we need to play at our game pace. Let Caitlin Clark run the offense and play at her speed. When she does that, the defense has a hard time of even getting back and getting set in their defensive set. So all in all, the Fever got a huge win. I still think there's a lot of things for them to clean up, especially going into the playoffs. But guess what? The biggest takeaway from this is they lost a huge game to the Lynx, and they didn't let it phase them, and they came back, and they bounced back and got a huge win over the Dream in an overtime win. This is huge because you don't want to go 0-2, and then you got the Aces coming up, I believe. So I'm very excited about this win. I think it was a dog fight, and these are the type of wins. This is the type of win that's going to build that team chemistry moving forward. So I'm very happy with the win. I'm not going to say it was the best one of the season, but I'm not going to complain about it. And all that matters right now is that they're winning games, and they're finding ways to not give up and win games. See, this was the third quarter. Again, they came out and displayed first half Indiana Fever basketball. They need to get back to how the second half, when they're blowing by teams, running fast in transition, this is the type of basketball the Indiana Fever need to play. So besides that, look, man, it's your boy ceokana. We got the Chicago Sky game coming up. I don't know if I'm going to be live for that. I still got to get to the gym. Also, if you're new to the community, I want you guys to make it a priority to get your ass in the gym, okay? I appreciate you guys. I'm going to catch you on the next video. It's your boy ceokana. I'm out.